Hey there, Delmarva. We're so happy you joined us on this beautiful Thursday. We are your hosts of Coast Life. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and I feel like if you're a parent, this is probably a difficult time of year because I remember being that kid where like the math packets, the summer reading, by a third of the way through August, I wasn't done any of it.
Nope.
I was crying about it already.
We were talking about that on earlier news on Coast TV about kids are probably so sad they're going back to school, but I think the silver lining is college kids probably really excited. You're like, I get to go back to school. So whether you're happy about it or you're upset about it, we're just happy that you joined us today.
Exactly. And we know that you love a good meal because we know we do here on Coast Life.
We eat good on Coast Life, yes.
So I hope you're hungry because we're about to talk about some food.
Yeah, Leah, there's a lot of food coming out to the whole country lately that we are dying to try.
Yes, but I think before we jump into some of the new food items, I want to start you off with a little tip when you go to a restaurant because one of my favorite things about going out to eat is the free bread that starts you off.
Heck yes.
You know, they're like, do you guys want some bread? And you're like, yes, more. And actually one of my favorite of like the bread starters is at Lupo, one of the Sodal restaurants.
Ooh,
There's something in that bread that is amazing.
I could order just the bread.
I know. We've definitely ordered seconds before because like normally they just kind of give you one and you're like, is more coming or like do I have to ask for that? Like I'll be yes.
Or even the tortilla chips. I'll take either. Yeah.
But the thing about the free bread that maybe you didn't know this, they might give it to you for a reason, not just like a generous like oh time to start our meal. Here's some bread. No. It's actually, apparently, allegedly, eating bread raises your glucose levels.
Okay.
So it makes you hungrier while you're eating the bread, and it makes you more likely to order more food and therefore spend more money.
You know what? I'm not even mad at that.
Me neither.
I don't care.
Isn't that the crazy? Like that's the best. I was like, I'm keeping the free bread.
And here's how I think about it. So if I'm going to a restaurant and I'm going to order, let's say, chicken, okay? And I eat a bunch of bread, and maybe I ask for a second basket, and that second basket comes, and then I'm too full by the time my chicken comes, I take it home. You just paid for 2 meals for the price of 1. Bread for dinner, maybe a couple bites of chicken, and then you get to take it home, and you have lunch the next day.
And I'm such a carbs on carbs girl. Like I'll order the bread knowing I'm going to eat pasta later. I'm like, yes, this is the warm up.
And dessert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not mad at that. There are some hacks when I hear that, like, you know, businesses are doing this to trick you, or restaurants, where I'm like, dang it, I fall for that. I'm not mad about this.
No, I will happily fall for more bread.
Happily.
But we did want to talk about some new menu items or drink items that could be coming our way. I guess let's start with the first meal of the day.
Okay.
Sort of.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
This is so cool. I saw this morning. Knew we had to talk about it. Eggo.
Yeah.
Eggo waffles. Okay, they are making a boozy brunch in a jar.
I'm listening.
It's exactly what you think it is. So they partnered with a distillery, and they're making this like boozy drink to pair with your waffles. Ooh. And apparently what it tastes like is waffles, syrup, butter, and bacon. Yeah. So imagine blending all that together, but with some liqueur and There
you go. Boozy brunch is set.
I'm trying it. Like
you
happily.
said we can get it nearby, right?
Yes! Oh, yes. This is the best part. Okay. Boozy brunch in a jar. So I did some research for you. I Googled where we could find it. Now, unfortunately, I didn't find it anywhere in southern Delaware, but Delmarva still, hey, Ocean City has it. So just Google, like literally, where can I get boozy brunch in a jar? It's going to show you a couple places in OC. Yeah. Shout out to Ocean City.
Nice. So if you are doing like sort of a final wrap-up girls trip and maybe you want to do brunch in one day, that'd be a great start to your day.
I promise you at some point this week or next. No, it has to be next week. It comes out. It's not out just yet. But I'm driving to Ocean City and I'm going to get that
road trip.
Yeah. Hey, I'm so excited. It sounds so good. And I would eat it with a waffle, right? Like you have to.
Obviously.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. But there's another thing coming out. So once you're done with your boozy brunch, Chick-fil-A. Have you heard about this? They have people who try like experimental Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches.
Dream job.
What a job. And they get to pick what comes out. So coming up August 28th, the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich. What are your thoughts?
Sounds amazing. Because I'm really into the fact that I think like I feel like I've seen that sweet spicy kick start to trend upwards. Like that's becoming more and more trendy at restaurants, which I'm all about. I've always liked that little bit of like sweet spicy combo.
Oh yeah, and so it has pickled jalapenos on it with honey drizzle on a brioche bun. the normal Chick-fil-A chicken in the middle. Amazing. I'm
Sign us
excited.
up.
There is rumor that Chick-fil-A has a new milkshake coming out too, but I couldn't find confirmation on that. So, off the record, I get a milkshake to pair with.
We'll get our sources on it.
Yeah.
Our resident Chick-fil-A experts.
Exactly. But I saw this thing too. If you go to Chick-fil-A, and I want to try this with the new chicken sandwich, where you buy a thing of fries, a sandwich or chicken nuggets. You cut it up, put it on top of the fries in like a bowl, pour sauce on it, and you have almost like a fried chicken sandwich. I mean salad.
Like a salad bowl?
Yeah.
Salad bowl?
Yeah. So
I love it.
Just saying. So yeah, let us know what other cool fun foods we should try, and if you are trying any of these, the chicken sandwich or the boozy brunch in a jar, I want to know your thoughts.
Yes.
Please, if you go to Ocean City and try it, let me know.
And you know, as much as we love fast food, we also love celebrating all the local goings-ons in the area.
There's a lot of them.
Goings-ons.
Either one.
Things like the barbecue that's happening with our friends at Children's Beach House.
And we're setting sail in Ocean City.
And it's Thursday, which means we've got another girl talk for you, thanks to our friends at Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. All that and more is coming your way with more Coast Life, so don't go anywhere.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, and Shell Brothers.
You are watching Coast Life, and as the school year winds down, parents, you may be looking for something to occupy the kids. That is why I'm here at Precision Paintball with Stephen James, Mr. Paintball himself. Now, why paintball? How long have you been doing this?
Sure. So I've been playing for about 20 years. So I got into it when I was probably 12 or 13 years old.
And it's a really big space that you have here, and you have more than just paintball, right?
Sure.
Tell me about all the games that you have that not only you can play here, but you will also bring them to parents, parties, that kind of mobile setup.
Exactly. So in 2022, we got into a whole mobile side of our business. The first thing that is a little different, so we'll start there, is our video game trailer. So that was really popular in that it's air conditioned and the kids can hang out for a birthday party. It's also heated, but it's not so much a big deal.
Perfect for a day like this where we're getting a little sweaty.
Exactly. But everything we have today, so we're going to start with our laser tag.
Sure.
All the way over here on the right.
Yep.
This is a really cool system. So this system, as you can tell, it's being soaked in sunshine right now. It loves to run outside, and it plays a lot like a video game. So each of these guns, they have different settings on them. They can be different guns entirely. They can shoot differently. They can do different damage to the opposing players, and the players have health points. We'll demonstrate a little later, but we get into some respawns. So there's actually points you run back to, respawn, and jump back in the game.
Okay, so it really does play like a video game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really cool system. And again, it's really popular during the day.
Sure, that's awesome, because a lot of people think, laser tag, darkness, but these work perfectly well in sunshine.
Exactly, these work great.
What's next?
All right, so over here we have our combat archery. Combat archery is really cool in that a lot of people think they know how to shoot a bow, but this is going to put you to the test, and we're going to find out. It plays a lot like dodgeball. So you have these big foam tips on the arrows. So you got hit. It definitely, you feel some impact, but it doesn't hurt. With the bows, we're going to play like dodgeball in that if you get hit, you're eliminated from the game. If you catch the arrow, the shooter is out.
And we've got this colorful game right
here.
Sure.
So finally, we have Jelly Ball. This is a really neat system. It shoots kind of little water-filled balls at each other and plays very similar to paintball in that if you get hit, you're out.
And it's a little gentler, so maybe the little guys can play more Jelly Ball.
For sure, yeah. So this definitely, we see 4 to 5-year-olds playing this one.
Okay.
And then it's a good time, even into teenagers, but we definitely can accommodate the younger kids with these.
Awesome, and kind of with little kids, but the big kids in mind as well. Parents are going to be concerned about safety.
Sure, absolutely. So everything we do, especially with these, we use a color-coded mask, but this is actually a paintball-rated mask. So we definitely want to go above and beyond the normal safety glasses or anything like that and make sure everybody's safe. When we do the archery, again, we're using a paintball-style mask, and it is rated to stop a paintball, so it keeps your eyes safe. But most importantly, we have someone that comes with all of our events. So we send a referee, we send a game coach to come out and make sure that everyone is staying safe.
And really, anybody can play, from little kids, adults, kids in the middle, people of all abilities.
Absolutely. So paintball's one of those games, or any of these really are those games where, you just have to change your game style a little bit.
Awesome. Well, we have all these incredible games, but of course we are at Precision Paintball. So I've got Paige and Maya with me, and we are gonna play around the paintball.
Today, I'm going to be taking you through some low-impact paintball. So these guns, they do everything a normal paintball gun does, but they hit with about a third of the force. So kids love them. They look like the guns that they're using in video games, but they don't hurt as bad. So they really gravitate towards these and they have a great time with it. So we're going to split you up into a couple teams and we're going to see what you got.
Perfect. Can't wait. So whether you choose to play some paintball, laser tag, or any of the other incredible games that Precision Paintball has to offer, like, might I suggest, archery tag, I think that was definitely some of the most fun that I'd had. I thought I was gonna look amazing and be amazing at archery tag. I was neither of those things, but either way, I still had a fantastic time playing that. So any game you choose, or even if you decide to check out that video game trailer, I mean, the weather's still pretty hot, so if you're looking for an air-conditioned space to enjoy some outdoor time, like I said, Precision Paintball has something for you. So if you're planning your next birthday party, or you're planning your next team outing with your coworkers or team building activities, make sure you check out Precision Paintball in Georgetown, because you are not going to be disappointed. You're guaranteed to have an amazing time. But don't go anywhere, because we've got an amazing show for you when Coast Life gets back, so stick around.
Don't miss any of your favorite Coast Life moments. Hang out with us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're there. And don't forget, you can find full episodes of Coast Life at coastlife.com.
Summer might be coming to a close, but the fun summer festivities, they're still happening.
Oh, yeah.
We still have a lot to do. So to tell us about something really fun that you and the family can enjoy, we have Rich Garrett with us with the Children's Beach House. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So first, just tell us, before we get into the fun, the festivities that you have coming up, what is Children's Beach House?
So Children's Beach House is an organization that works with kids that have a wide range of communicative disabilities, speech, language, hearing, and maybe some other communicative challenges that really come from a cultural difference than, different culture than what maybe they're experiencing at school. These are the kids that sometimes get left behind. They're not included in things. They get bullied. And they're at pretty high risk for lots of different things, drug and alcohol abuse, etc., dropping out of school. So the Children's Beach House works to support these kids, to find out what's really wonderful about them and their lives, and then to support that and develop that as a way of compensating for whatever challenges they might have.
That's incredible. Yeah, you guys do a really great job, and to support your mission, you have a real fun event coming up, a barbecue.
Yeah.
Can you tell us
We
a little
do.
bit about that?
Yeah, it's on August the 26th, Saturday at 6:30 to 9:30. It's a really fun night. It's right there at Children's Beach House, 1800 Bay Avenue in Lewis. There's going to be DJ Shelley, who's apparently a famous 1980s DJ music playing person. I haven't met her yet. It sounds like a lot of fun. Dancing. We have great food. Chap's Pit Beef will be there.
Nice. Okay.
The Paradise Grill is sending over some orange crushes, so that's going to be a really fun night. Yeah. There's lots going on. There's an auction of some experiences that folks can have. And then there's also the sale of some miniature surfboards that have been painted by local artists, so that should be fun and interesting. So there's all kinds of things that happen. There's even an auction for a party of, it's a raffle for a party of 50 in an airplane hangar over in Milton. So there's a lot going on.
Whoa, okay, yes.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So where do we sign up?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, our website is, if you just Google Children's Beach House, it pops right up. And then the event is right there on the landing page. Or the website is www.cbhinc.org. And it's really easy to jump on there and buy some tickets.
Sounds good, Rich. And I think a lot of families are going to want to go to this, want to support what you're doing. If they can't, though, are there any other ways they can support what Children's Beach House does?
Absolutely. There's a wide range of opportunities right on our website. And if somebody has something unique they'd like to do with us, they'd like to contribute, just give us a call, and we certainly will connect and support that in any way we can.
Very cool.
So, yeah, fantastic. This sounds like so much fun. I think a lot of people are going to be really interested in joining, especially with that mention the plane ride that you can do.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Really cool.
It should be fun.
Can you remind us one more time when and where so everyone can make sure they mark it on their
Sure.
calendars?
It's Saturday, August the 26th. It's at Children's Beach House in Lewis. It's out on the bay, and it's from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m.
All right. Sounds like a lot of fun. Get your tickets before they sell out. Sounds like a great event. Rich, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Hey, don't go anywhere. We have some more Coast Life on the way. We'll be right back.
You are watching Coast Life, and you know I'm a big radio fan. That is how I started my broadcasting career, and it will always have a special place in my heart. Joining me on the Coast Life couch today is Gary John with Coast Country.
Hello there.
I'm sure you're a big listener. If you are a big country music fan and you haven't tuned into Coast Country yet, first of all, what are you doing? So Gary, what's going on with the station? I know you guys have some contesting coming up because summer is a great time for concerts.
It certainly is, and we could not be more excited. A huge announcement came down yesterday. If you've been following Luke Combs from the release of his Growing Up and Getting Old album, he's been out on tour in the U.S. He just finished his U.S. leg in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago, which if you had a chance to go, I was lucky enough to go to both shows.
Oh, nice.
Unbelievable.
I know I have friends that all went.
He was amazing, played for 2 hours both nights, slightly different sets each
Nice.
night, so it was really exciting. So when I heard that this news was coming, I knew that we had to be a part of it. So Luke Combs is coming back to the U.S., continuing his Growing Up and Getting Old tour in 2024. 13 cities, 25 shows, and one of those cities is Washington, D.C.
Hey!
FedEx Field, just a short trip across the bay, and tickets go on sale next Friday, August the 25th, 10 a.m. But there's a couple of ways you can get in early. You can go to lukecombs.com, become a bootlegger, and you can get a pre-sale code, all right? Now, listen, we're not breaking the law. Bootleggers is the name of Luke's fan club, all right?
That's cute.
Now, you also, exclusively because you listen to Coast Country, next Thursday, August 24th at 10 a.m., you can use the pre-sale code RADIO, and you can get your tickets early before they go on sale to the general public. But even easier than that, you just listen to Coast Country next week on the ride home.
Okay.
And we're giving you a chance to win tickets before you can buy them to the Friday, July 26th show at FedEx Field.
That's awesome. That's why we love local radio, because you can only get them early by listening to Coast Country. So the ride home, what's that time frame for people?
So I host the ride home every afternoon from 3 to 7 p.m. And I will give you a hint. We will do that giveaway sometime between 3 and 6 o'clock, right? I know 6 o'clock, a lot of families are sitting down for dinner. So I try to do my fun giveaways a little earlier in the show, give everybody the most ample opportunity
Makes sense.
to win. Now, if country music's not your thing, but you've been introduced to Luke Combs by the massive hit Fast Car, the remake of that Tracy Chapman classic from the 80s, which has become a huge pop
Was
music
it the
hit.
80s?
Well, it's okay. I feel your pain every day.
No.
Our sister station, 102.5 WBOC, is also giving you a chance to win them before you can buy them, because maybe you're a morning person. So all next week on The Pet Show,
Just listen to Petch.
sometime between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., he's going to give you a chance to win as well. But we couldn't be more excited. I mean, Luke Combs, there isn't a bigger country music star right now.
He is hot
except
right now.
maybe Morgan Wallen, but they're probably both sort of on the same level.
Yeah.
And an opportunity to see him live in concert not far from our hometown is pretty awesome, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, we're excited to help everybody be a part of it. Is there anything else going on with the station?
Well, so yeah, I mean, we've got tons of stuff happening all the time. My biggest suggestion would be to check out our website, follow our social medias, not just Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3, but we've got WBOC 1025.com. If pop music is your thing, if you love rock music, obviously it's the 35th anniversary of 93.5 The Beach. You can go to 935thebeach.com. Any of those websites, click on Ticket Town. That's where you'll find all the information about all of our contests. Nobody gives away more tickets than we do in this area. We've always got something new going on. For example, just throw a couple of things at you. The Ocean City Balloon Festival's coming up next weekend. We're going to have a chance for you to win tickets to that. We've also got other concerts down the road. For example, Seven Dust and Static X are coming to the Fillmore, so 93.5 The Beach will be giving those away in a couple of weeks. But even bigger than that, Coast Country WBOC, 93.5 The Beach, Big 107.7, your home for classic rock on Delmarva, and 107.1 The Duck if you love the great hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We have all teamed up with WWE.
Oh, yeah.
Because WrestleMania, which is the Super Bowl
Yeah.
of wrestling, is coming back to Philadelphia for the first time in 25 years, April 6th and 7th of 2024. Tickets for WrestleMania go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. We have an exclusive pre-sale code for you, which went into effect today.
Nice.
So right now, through Friday morning at 10 a.m., if you use the code WBOC, just go to Ticketmaster.com, search WrestleMania. You'll see the link for tickets there. When you go to purchase, use the pre-sale code WBOC. You can get tickets today before anybody else can.
That's so cool.
But even cooler than that,
But wait, there's more.
there is more. If you go to any of our station websites and click on Ticket Town, you're going to find a link to enter to win tickets to WrestleMania. We've got 3 winners that we're going to select on Friday. One winner will win a pair of tickets to the first night of WrestleMania because now it's a 2-night event, April
just that
6th and 7th. Yep. So then we'll have a second winner that will win a pair of tickets to April 7th. And then one lucky winner is going to win a pair of tickets to both nights, April 6th and 7th. And the only place you can win them is with our radio stations, which is pretty darn awesome.
That is awesome. And I mean, I think one thing that people maybe even underestimate about the power of local radio as opposed to some of those more national radio stations where you have to text in a keyword and maybe you'll win, maybe you won't. But with local radio, like, it's got to be somebody on Delmarva.
If you look at our contest rules, you will see it clearly states that you must be a Delmarva resident to win any contest that we run. So we always use hashtag local winners only.
Yeah.
So, you know, somebody either here on the coast or in Salisbury or Cambridge or Easton, they're going to be enjoying a weekend of wrestling at WrestleMania, maybe sitting at FedEx Field next July watching Luke Combs and remembering that, you know, they had the opportunity to do that before anybody else just because they listened to their favorite free local radio station.
That's right. It doesn't get better than that. Well, Gary, thank you so much for coming in and
pleasure.
sharing about really all the incredible contests and tickets up for grabs in the coming weeks here on our stations.
I can't wait to come back because I know that we'll have more great, exciting things. Oh, before I go, don't forget, we're giving away a free pickup truck on Coast Country as well.
Oh, is that all?
Thanks to our friends at Blanca Ford of Salisbury. Free Truck Fridays continues. You can learn more at coastcountry.com.
Yes, and make sure you do just that. And tune into any of our radio stations if you like music, which I know you do. I know what else you're going to like, which is more Coast Life that's coming your way.
You're watching Coast Life, and today we have something super cool for you guys today. How about sailing on the Atlantic Ocean? And the person to tell us most about that is Captain Steve. So Captain Steve, you're with Sailing Alyosha, guys, in Ocean City. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so we take people on charters. We take them out on the ocean. We put the sails up and give them a taste of ocean sailing. Some of the trips we do actually stay behind Assateague as well because not everybody's comfortable going out on the ocean.
Nice. So how can someone sign up for this?
Well, everything's booked online, so they go to www.sailalyosha, SAILALYOSHA.com, and that is where all of our trips are available. We do a sunset cruise every night. That's very popular. Every month we do 1 or 2 moonlight cruises. People really enjoy getting out there under a full moon and sailing. It's one of my favorite things. And the bread and butter is really sailing usually around 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and you know, during the day. And we take people out for about 2 hours, 45 minutes and give them a taste of ocean sailing.
So you guys have like kind of big parties on there.
People do have big parties.
Okay.
That is something that happens. So we'll get bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, and things like that. You know, that's not the focus. Is really give people a chance to see what it's like to sail a big catamaran out on the ocean. But people do rent the boat. They rent it out for private parties. And some of my favorite things we do are actually multi-generational experiences where you get mom and dad and the grandkids and everything out on the boat.
What is one of your top like memories or your favorite experiences while driving this?
Well, I mean, I sailed the boat around the world, so that's there's plenty to choose from in terms of excitement and storms and beautiful places and things like that. But here in Ocean City, out sailing, I have to tell you, when people get the sensation of moving through the water with the engines off, and they sort of look around and say, wow, I'm sailing, this is fantastic. That is hard to beat for me.
And how did this all start? You seem very passionate about taking people on the water. So what put in your mind, I'm going to do this for people so they can have this cool experience?
Well, I mean, after sailing the boat around the world, my kids wanted to be in Ocean City in their summers, and I had promised them after taking them out of school that I would leave them alone. And so I essentially had to come up with something to do during the summer, and I figured, why not take people out sailing, something I love to do myself.
You went all across the world. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, well, from 2016 to 2019, I sailed this boat around the world, and it was a great set of years, great family time, and obviously you have your share of adventures and mishaps and just really cool places you visit. I mean, some of the best places that I've been to in the world: Madagascar and Cape Town, South Africa, Fiji. The list goes on and on. So it's just a great experience.
Is there anything else you would like to add to the people watching to make them really interested in going out on the water?
No, I think that, my website has a lot of details about seasickness. A lot of people are worried about seasickness. There's all kinds of ways to sort of prevent that. And so, taking a look at my website and reading through some of the steps you can take should help people. And then again, I have these trips that actually stay behind Assateague Island, and they're extraordinarily good for someone just wanting to get on the boat and see the boat, but not necessarily wanting to tackle sailing out in the ocean.
As we continue to sail the ocean blue, stay tuned because there's more Coast Life on the way.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
You're watching Coast Life. It's Thursday,
Yeah.
and that means it's time for another girl talk, where we like to spill the tea, both literally and figuratively.
Of course.
The literal tea that we're spilling today is Florida Sunshine.
Ooh.
It's a white tea. It's from our friends at Spice and Tea Exchange
Of course.
on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach, one of my absolute favorite places.
Yes.
And I kept the packet because I want you to take a little whiff.
Ooh.
Doesn't that smell amazing?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so this is it's a florally, citrusy
Yeah.
tea. So it's perfect for, these last couple weeks of summer.
It's pretty too.
It's beautiful.
It has like pink and yellow, and do you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything in their store is really pretty though too.
Yeah.
Like I think that's one of when I started getting into loose leaf teas, it was one of my favorite things about it is that just visually all of the teas are so beautiful. And when you use infusers like this, and they're see-through, and you can kind of see the tea brewing, it's just
It's like a snow globe. Do you see it slowly falling?
it's just really, it's relaxing.
Yes.
It's calming.
I can't wait to try it.
I know.
And hear the tea for today.
Exactly. So I'll get pouring, you get spilling.
Okay, you got it. Okay. So our tea today, it's some drama sent to us from a daughter, but it is about drama with her mom. Now, I read over this. I think this could apply, though, to a lot of sibling relationships, a lot of romantic relationships. So buckle in. Here we go. Okay. So this woman says her mom often asks her to go grocery shopping for her. We can all relate. My parents send me to the grocery store all the time when I'm at home. All right. But like many of us can relate to, this girl comes home from the grocery store. She's like, Mom, I got everything. Her mom's like, oh, well, I forgot to tell you this. Or you got the wrong brand of this.
Ugh.
Or maybe they're out of something, so the daughter says, I'll just get this instead. And her mom says, no, that's not the right alternative. It's weighing on her. She's getting frustrated. So she decided she's going to start having her mom initial every single item she puts on the grocery list for her. If her mom doesn't initial it, she's not going to the grocery store. She has refused. I think her mom thought she was kidding at first, but she's like, no, I'm not going if you don't initial it and write down alternatives. So like if the grocery store is out of this brand, I can get this. It's causing some fights between her and her mom. So what do we think? Is she going overboard by making her mom sign the grocery list?
I don't think so. I mean,
It's hilarious.
it's A, it's really funny, but B, like just, and maybe it depends on how old the daughter is. Like if she's in her teens, I could see how maybe mom feels like it's over the top and disrespectful. But if she's an adult and your mom is still like freaking out over getting the wrong thing and this, that, and the other thing, and I don't know, maybe it's because I was always told to just like kind of deal with it or like settle or get over it, like get over yourself. Like if it's not the right brand, too bad.
Right. I love store-bought brands.
We're eating it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we feel like for mom, it's a little silly to get so frustrated in the first place with her not coming back with maybe the right stuff. Now, personally, because I think I'm usually the frustrating shopper, because I don't like to make a list. I just kind of go in and I'm like, all right, I think I know what I'm making for dinner, so I need these kinds of things. But I will always forget like the dish soap or like the any of the chores that I'm not responsible for, I will forget to buy.
That's
and then
fair.
My man will be like, hey, did you get this? And I'm like, hey, no, I didn't.
Ooh, and then you don't want to go back.
Right.
Yeah, see, so if it was my mom and I, and she tried to get me to like I'm going to sign this list, I feel like if I would be like, no. But honestly, this has given me an idea that I honestly want to have my fiance sign the list. I'm going to be like, this is what you're getting. Sign it so you understand.
So you don't want to hear about it.
There's so many times where I'm like, where is I don't know, the ground beef? And he's like, oh, I thought you said ground chicken or something. I know this sounds really hypocritical of me. It depends who I'm shopping with on if I think this is a good idea or not. But I do think it's hilarious.
It is really funny.
I hope the mom knows or can see the humor in it because, I mean, we've all been there with roommates, boyfriends, girlfriends, moms, siblings.
Well, sometimes too, I think like it can be so hard to express frustration to your parents if they're the source of that frustration.
True.
Because like a lot of times you grow up with like, well, because I said so. And there is no further negotiation after that. And so it's sort of like you want to express your frustration with them, but like you kind of have to do it passive aggressively sometimes. And that's what this kind of feels like.
I want to know what she does for a living and if this woman's like a lawyer because, or she's going to be. Because you should be. Consider law school.
Right?
Just saying, great idea. I can almost guarantee couples watching this are going to start implementing this.
For sure. For sure.
Yep. It's like a thing.
Because it's effective. I mean, and then that way, when all is said and done and the groceries are unpacked, it's on everybody in the house to find where things are, or like, you know, what it was, and there can't be any complaints.
That tea is too good. This tea is also very good.
Yes, and I could see this is another one that would make a perfect iced tea as well.
And this tastes like it has honey in it. Do you get that?
It does.
And it doesn't.
I know, and you're a big honey girl.
I am. So I do. I keep a jar of honey on my desk for my tea. I wouldn't add it to this. It's perfect the way it is.
It is.
I'm
it's
feeling
true.
this
And
one.
there aren't a lot of teas that you don't have to add anything to.
No.
Like Florida Sunshine.
This feels like it was brewed perfectly for us. So we hope you enjoyed both that figurative and hope you do enjoy this literal tea. And let us know whose side you're on, the daughter or the mom. Especially if you are a daughter or a mom, please. Because I just know that this fight has happened.
For sure.
Before.
Yes. And don't forget, you can always submit your tea online. You can write to us, team@coastlife.com. We love reading your tea. We love spilling the tea. We always keep it anonymous. You can give us as many or as little details as you want.
That's right. That's right. We do not snitch.
No, and we just, it kind of helps bring us together and navigate these difficult situations.
We are all real people with real weird problems, but delicious tea to help get us through it.
Yes, and don't forget to make sure you check out Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Again, it's the shop that smells amazing anytime that door opens, and holidays are probably sooner approaching than you want to admit.
That's
a great
true.
place to start holiday shopping.
Definitely, yes. Enjoy and let us know what kind of teas you get.
But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy more Coast Life because it's headed your way.
Spill the Tea was brought to you by the Spice and Tea Exchange of Rehoboth.
Summer on Delmarva is heating up, and we know that you love to spend your days on the beach, out on the boat, maybe building sand castles. We love spending time in the sand, but we don't necessarily like bringing that sand home with us. So here to take care of it is Eric Farrell with Stanley Steamer. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You been having a good summer so far?
It's great so far.
A little sandy?
A little sandy.
So for the folks who may accidentally track some sand into their home, is that a problem? Is it damaging?
So sand's very damaging to all types of flooring, whether it's hardwood, carpet, or even laminate wood floors. Just like everybody knows as sandpaper is being abrasive, that sand is very abrasive to your floor. It's a rough shape, so when you walk across it, it is doing exactly that to your carpet or wood floors. It is sanding it.
Yeah, so I guess preventatively, make sure you brush your feet, wash them off before getting into your home or the rental you may be spending some time at. But if sand does get into the house, people are tracking it in, maybe even into the bathroom, especially like your showers, what should people do?
So vacuuming is the most effective method at removing any type of soil or sand. But from time to time, you are going to need a professional cleaning, especially when it settles down to the backing of the carpet to help remove it from that. And the same with wood floors. The sand will get in between the boards and into the grain and bevel of the woods, and that's where a professional cleaning will help remove it. But I'm having girls of my own, I know that stopping it at the door is always the goal. So having a mat at the front door, a walk-off mat that actually is hollow, meaning it doesn't have a backing to it, so the soil or sand falls all the way to the bottom of the mat. The ones that have a backing will actually start to collect the sand, and when you think you're cleaning the sand off your feet, sometimes you're picking it back up.
So when people do decide that they need a professional cleaner, how should they get in touch with you?
So 1-800-STEAMER, 24/7, you can reach us, get something scheduled, or you can go to stanleysteamer.com and get something set up with us.
What are some other, aside from sand or in addition to sand, what are some of the other common, maybe summertime stains that we tend to see?
So in the summertime, a lot of people are having friends over, family over, so just the leftovers from any type of party, drink spills, food spots and stains. So those are the things that we see the most of right now that you're probably going to need some help with. But Stanley Steamer is always here for any type of spot or stain.
Absolutely, and I know some of the grass stains are maybe another popular one, especially for
Right.
kids, maybe tracking dirty shoes in the house. What are some preventative steps that maybe people should do with other stains in between seeing the stain and getting a hold of you guys?
So anything that is like a dry spot, whether it's sand or soil, vacuuming is the best thing to do, and then avoid walking directly on the area. Again, with sand, it is abrasive, so it can scratch surfaces. And then if it's a drink spill, the best thing to do is blot it up, get up as much liquid as you can, and then if you're unable to kind of soak up the spot on your own, the best thing to do is keep it then damp. So soak up as much as you can, but then put a wet towel over it, a damp towel over it. Keep it wet until a professional can come out and remove it for you.
And I think one other thing that we kind of mentioned, circling back to the sand and certain damage, the certain fabrics other than your carpet and flooring, maybe people have outdoor furniture. Is that another piece that sees damage?
Yeah, so, and again, any type of fabric is, it can be damaged by anything abrasive. So, we see it a lot with upholstery. So your kids go to the beach, they do a great job at taking their shoes off at the door, but then they run inside with a sandy bathing suit, jump on the sofa, and then it's not also just the damage that it can cause, but the discomfort when you go to sit on it at a later date and you feel all the sand beneath you. So whether it's upholstery or leather, it's important. If you get sand on it, try to vacuum it up. But then also think about professional cleaning just to help remove that embedded sand and soil.
Awesome. Well, Eric, thank you so much for keeping people informed on what to do should they track too much sand inside, or for any other stains, be it wine or makeup, as we saw last time you let us into your home.
Yes, found that out firsthand.
We know that Stanley Steamer is the place to call to keep your house clean all summer long. Don't go anywhere, because there's more fun coming your way.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Stanley Steamer.
Coast Life, before we let you go, Leah and you, quick question. What are you trying first, the new Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Eggo boozy brunch in a jar?
Ooh, that's a good question, because it's hard to pick.
You could drink the brunch in a jar with your chicken pimento sandwich, but I don't know.
I don't know if they'd go well together, but I think I'm going to try the boozy brunch first.
Okay, me too. Okay,
Yeah,
and
shocker.
then
For us. No, I'm just-
we should just do it together.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can get it in Ocean City, so if you try it, let us know how you like it.
Yes, and don't forget, there's always so much to explore going on. Make sure you check out the barbecue event that's happening with Children's Beach House. It's such a wonderful program, and just they do a lot for the community.
And of course, just don't forget, we're here every day at 4 o'clock, and tomorrow, set your DVR, your calendar, your reminders, because we're talking to Accent on Travel they have a lot of really cool trips coming up.
Yes, every time Annette Stellhorn visits us on the
Yes.
Coast Life couch, I am obsessed. I'm like, I want every trip. I want to live that life. We're talking about solo travel tomorrow. So if it's something that you've always wanted to try, something that's always kind of been on your radar a little bit, or something that's piqued your interest, you definitely want to tune in for that.
Yes, definitely. And they talk a little bit too about some things they're doing for Maui, which is very cool because I know Maui's on all of our hearts, our minds right now. So some really incredible stuff coming tomorrow. For right now, though, more incredible stuff coming your way because Coast TV News at 5 is in just a